While I wouldn't call myself a sports fanatic, I do enjoy watching sports. I enjoy watching very specific teams, not like the entire sport. So I'm not going to watch every NFL game. I'm only going to watch 49ers games. I'm not going to watch every MLB game. I'm only going to watch the Oakland A's. No longer in Oakland. And same with NBA. I like the Portland Trailblazers. I now have an NHL team because Utah has a brand new NHL hockey team called the Utah Mammoth. So now I also have a hockey team that I will follow. Now, the exception is I am obsessed with the Olympics. So I'm going to tell you how to follow your favorite sports teams, get these notifications when you don't have time to watch every single game, and know kind of when the games are going to be so you can enjoy watching your favorite team too. Welcome to Family Tech, where you get all of the tech products, tips, and advice for every member of the family. Today, we're talking about following your favorite sports teams. So I have a few ways that you can do that, whether you're an Android or an iPhone. And so let's dig right into it. The first thing you're going to want to do when you're following your favorite sports teams is add their schedule to your Google Calendar. So what's great about Google Calendar is not only can you keep track of your entire family, so especially if every member of the family has their own Google Calendar and it's all syncing together, I do have a whole video about how to set that up for your family. So make sure you check that out if you're not using Google Calendar to its fullest ability. But today we're specifically talking about sports teams because you can also add your kids' school's calendar to your Google Calendar. You can have a meal planning calendar, etc. So definitely check that video out. But today, again, we're talking specifically about sports. So the first thing we're going to do is add their schedule to your Google Calendar. And all you have to do is Google 49ers Google Calendar. And generally, it will take you to their website and have a link for you to add this to your Google Calendar. I'll show you exactly how I do it right here. We're just going to go ahead and click on the link to add to the Google Calendar or to download the calendar. And it's going to basically copy a URL. So then I'm going to go over to my Google Calendar, click on Add Calendar, create from URL, and then paste in the URL so you can get all of those games right on your Google Calendar. And as I mentioned, almost every sport team has this ability. So if you follow UCLA Bruins, you can go to the UCLA Bruins site. BYU, every sport almost has a way to add their games and schedule to your Google Calendar. So just go ahead and Google your favorite team and plus Google Calendar, and you'll probably be able to find that, or just go to their game schedule on their website and see if there's a way to download that calendar. The next thing we're going to do, now that we know a game is coming like tomorrow, sometimes if you're not looking at your calendar, or maybe you're going to be away from your house and you don't have time to watch the game, this is a great way to keep track of exactly what's happening in the game while you're away from home. Or maybe you can't watch the game. We'll talk about how to watch the games a little bit later. But you'll get these really nifty notifications when a game is coming up, especially if you've forgotten that a game is coming. You're like, oh, there's a game in a half an hour. Great, I'll be home. But you'll get the notification and then it's going to start telling you the scores. And then the score is going to show up basically in the top left-hand corner of your device. Now, if I click on the score, I can get more details about what's happening in the game, and I can find out how to watch the game live. So I can click this watch live, and it'll tell me what channels or platforms this game is being broadcast on so I can watch the game. But I can also, with my Android device, pop out this score. So no matter what I'm doing on my phone, wherever I'm at, the score is basically always in my face right on my phone's screen. And I really like following games this way, especially when I'm away from home. Or if I'm double booked, I've got two games, so the A's are playing and UCLA is playing, then I'm going to be able to follow one of the games just via the score and watch the other game on the TV. So on the Android device, if you are not following the team yet, you can type in the sports team and it's going to pull up their information. So future games, their standings, etc. And you can tap this follow button so that you can get these notifications on your device for that specific team. For you iPhone users, you do have something similar, but you're going to have to go into your news app and follow the sports teams there. So all I have to do is open the news app and then follow my favorite teams. So it's going to break it down by NFL, NBA, whatever, and then you can find your favorite team and click the add button so you're always following that specific team. But in order to get the notifications like you do on Android, you're going to have to download the Apple Sports app. It's a free app. It says Apple Sports. You just go to the App Store and find Apple Sports and get that. If you've already set your favorite teams in Apple News, then they will already be waiting for you there in the Apple Sports app, and then you can set up the widgets for those sports teams. So that is going to be how you can kind of mirror what you can do on Android with those live scores and updates. Now, when you do want to watch these games, it's going to be a little bit tricky. At TV, you can sign up for all out-of-market games for $30 a year. This is a super affordable option, which is great because there's a zillion baseball games, so you're able to watch all of these baseball games. Now, the trick is if you are in a local area that is the team that you enjoy. So let's say you live in LA, you love the Dodgers, you're going to pay a little bit more to watch these Dodger games. So you can see all of the out-of-market games, but the Dodger games are going to be more expensive. So specifically for the Dodgers, it's $30 a month to watch all the Dodger games. When I pulled it up in my TV, when I pulled it up here, apparently I am in the Colorado Rockies area. I'm not a Rockies fan, but I am an athletics fan, so it's not a big deal for me because I don't care about watching the Rockies games. I'm going to watch the A's. So it really depends on what team you like and where you are, how much it's going to be. So if your team is out of market, I love the Oakland A's. They're all the way in Sacramento right now. Although I will be curious if when the Oakland A's move to Las Vegas, if that is going to continue to be, am I going to be in the Rockies? I'm in Utah. So I'm kind of halfway between Colorado and Las Vegas. Which team is going to be my local team according to the MLB app? I don't know. So the NHL games are going to be mostly on ESPN, but there's not a set app for the NHL that will give you all of the out-of-market games like the other sports. So with NHL, a lot of times you can get your local team on like a local antenna-based TV station. So you would just need to pay for the antenna. You get all of their games for free. But if you're not in the local area of your favorite NHL team, you may have to pay for the ESPN app or another app, another live TV service, and you might not get every single game depending on whether or not those games are streamed or not. So next up is the next most expensive is going to be the NBA League Pass. So that's going to be $110 for the entire season. And again, it's going to give you those out-of-market games when a game is broadcast. So I live in Utah. The Utah Jazz are my local team. Some of those are broadcast on regular TV. I don't know that I would get those games if I signed up for NBA League Pass, but I can watch all of the Portland Trailblazers games. But if a Trailblazers game is playing on, say, ABC, NBC, etc., then I might not be able to watch that through NBA League Pass if it's going to be in your local area. So again, that's going to be $110 for the year. It's a little more expensive than the MLB app, but it's not as expensive as NFL Sunday Ticket. So NFL Sunday Ticket is going to be the most expensive. It can range anywhere from $300 to $500 depending on if you're a returning customer or a new customer. It is extremely expensive. I know Verizon has a deal with the NFL Sunday Ticket. I'm not sure if that's over or not, but NFL Sunday Ticket will get you all of the out-of-market games. So I love the 49ers. Again, that is not a local team for me. So watching the 49ers games can be difficult because they're not generally broadcast in my area. So with the NFL Sunday Ticket, I can watch all of the 49ers games that are not going to be on the local TV stations. So if you do have local TV stations, again, it doesn't have to be expensive. You can go to the store, buy an antenna for your TV, anywhere from $30 to $60, depending on how robust you want the antenna. And you can get all of those regular TV games for free. So now my favorite sport of all time is kind of a lot of sports, which is the Olympics. And the Olympics are coming again in February 2026. So you will want to sign up for Peacock if you are going to follow the Olympics. The Peacock will stream everything live and have all the replays available for you on Peacock. So you can watch every single sport, which is what I do. I love the curling. I love the luge. I love the skeleton. I love everything about the Winter Olympics and the Summer Olympics. So I will definitely be subscribing to Peacock during the Olympics time, but that's going to be the best place you can get all of those games. So that's how you can follow your favorite sports teams and watch their games on your TV or on your phone. And hopefully your team is going to win unless they're playing one of my teams. So good luck, and we will see you in the next one.